There we are. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tai Chi For You. And tonight I have a guest with me. Lynn is actually also a student of mine for the Plumber's Place home of the Northbridge Senior Center. Yes, we had to get the name right on that one. So
6 years.
It's 6 years a
6
student.
years.
Look at that. And I'm also a student, and
Oh, yeah.
right, we
Oh,
consider ourselves
absolutely.
students. There's no
The
way.
more you know, the less you know.
Yeah, you do. You hit that point where that's what it is. You learn something. You're constantly learning, and where this is thousands of years old,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's no way you can know everything. There's different styles, and
Yep.
and you can run with it as much as you want, or if you just find 3 moves that you like to do,
Absolutely. Yep.
that you feel the benefits from it.
Yep.
And each one of those, you can go deeper with that move.
Yes.
Because I'll even talk about, I'll say, I could spend a whole show on just talking about one move in the 24 moves that we do with the Tai Chi style that we teach. But you're also, we were just talking earlier, a bit of an artist.
Yes.
And what else?
Let's see. Teaching myself to cane chairs,
Okay.
and I've been a calligrapher for 51 years. I still do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And then I did these kaleidoscope colored pencil drawings for a long time. Was in a whole bunch of shows around the country. I've got some pieces in Japan. And then I stopped doing that, and recently I've taken up collaging. And so I'll find a picture here, and I'll find a caption there, and I put them together. Or I've had a picture of a man dragging a toilet seat
Yeah.
through the woods, and I found the caption I put with it, "Go to work in blissful comfort."
Oh, there.
So I'm just having a lot of fun with that. Right now I'm putting bird heads on people.
Oh, there we go. So before Tai Chi, or now that you know Tai Chi, is there a connection? Like, are you able to? You feel like you center yourself more, or you're calmer when you tackle a new project?
It's a great, because I can just sit like this, and when I stand up and have to like get everything, it's wonderful to get my circulation back.
Right.
And to just, yeah. Or if I'm stuck, because the artist's block is not a joke, and then you can go and just do something else.
Okay.
Yeah, or even, warm up and get your head in the right place. I favor Qigong over Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Just because I can really try and sometimes to like slow something down, and that's how I can get more, I think, more into it.
And it's funny, we talk about the Tai Chi and the Qigong. They're both internal martial arts, they call them, internal martial arts. So the idea of slowing down, and it's slowing down the breath, but slowing down the mind, but at the same time, your awareness seems to expand more with
Yeah.
with thoughts, and just being more aware of internally what's happened. We talk about all the organs and the fascia and the joints. And if you're aware of that movement, it's more of a flow. You're realizing what's happening with how the shoulder and how the muscles release and how they come back and how the core stays engaged.
Sometimes I try and picture myself without skin. And then, so you can just think that this, kind of isolate and think about the muscles that are under there.
Sort of like that see-through engine where you see the pistons.
Well, and we used to have a world book when I was growing up that had, the layers.
Oh.
And so that always stayed with me.
Okay.
But, just to go to challenge yourself. Well, yes, I've done this 8 pieces of brocade and it took me 6 minutes. Well, let's see if now you can make it take 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And as soon as you do that, so that, each move is, you're really conscious of, like, well, you don't have your skin on, and what's going on.
Yeah. It is a nice idea of visualization. So again, it's what works for you.
Absolutely.
When we were teaching new students, because right now Lynn does a lot of co-teaching with me. So when we have new students, sometimes, we'll break off and work on
Yep.
one or two, and I'll take one or two. But it's like, what connects with that person?
Yes.
Like, they just don't get it when I'm telling them, okay, breathe in, breathe out, up, down, in. And Lynn might have the same move, but explain it differently, and then they get that switch that clicks on.
How many times have you said, well, think of it this way, think of it this way,
Yeah.
think of it this way, and someone goes,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah. And we call that the aha moment.
Yeah.
Where it's I don't want to say it's an easy, or it's a simple move. It's an easy move, but we, I guess as Americans, we overthink things. And,
Oh, yes, I do.
yeah.
Woohoo!
And I was probably the worst one at it when I was brand new with the instructor that I had, and just overthink. And once, again, she had a way of teaching that, okay, she chipped away at me. It took a long time, but it's funny. And I did meet up with her again a couple of years ago in Florida, and she moved and she was teaching down there, and I actually somewhat stayed in touch. I knew where her studio was, and I went in one day,
Oh, good.
and she's like, "Oh, I remember you."
Yeah.
So
And then we were just talking, there's a classmate that just likes it for the movement and sees it as a dance, an exercise and a dance.
right.
And that's sufficient too, that's fine.
Right. And a lot of times we'll tell people, and you speak to them at the supermarket, or you tell them you do Tai Chi, and what's that? And I get that, not a lot, but think of it as Tai Chi is sort of, and we say, where yoga was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
40 years ago, you said, "Oh, I'm doing yoga at yogurt." They think, "What's yoga? What's this?" So we're kind of on that cusp right now with Tai Chi, where people maybe saw it in a movie or something on
really
TV.
expanding.
It is.
It is
So-
really expanding.
Oh, and then the new student that came last week, and this hasn't been the first time, her doctor recommended she
Yes.
find a Tai Chi class.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, you got a good doctor. If the doctor recommends
Yes.
find Tai Chi, because maybe they don't even know that much about, but they know enough that, okay, it's not going to hurt. Try it.
Right.
There's no bad side effects.
No.
There's
No.
good side effects.
Yeah.
So how many things, right? You get the good.
I just wish all the people that come through and just try it once,
Yeah.
they have
Yeah. See,
They
yeah.
have no-
Once isn't enough.
No.
Yeah.
Give it 5 or 6, but
Mm-hmm.
once, you could try anything. Think of, if anything, that you just try once. You could try ice skating or,
Oh, I was going to say
or anything.
skydiving.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think I'll even give
No,
that once.
no. But just, yeah, just give it more than just a one try.
Yeah.
And I used to, when I first started,
Mm-hmm.
and I came into that class of 12 that had been meeting for a year,
Yeah.
and I would hide in the corner. And I'd say to Gary before I left, I go, well, it's Tuesday. It's my weekly dose of humility,
Yeah.
because I have been used to in my life doing so many things so well, and I was just lost, like lost. But I'm
Right.
very competitive,
Yeah.
and so that's when I videoed you. And then I would take it home and I just play it and play it and play it, just stop, start, until I had it, because that's just who I am.
Now,
And
see,
that helped me enjoy it more.
okay, good, good. And that's the thing where you make it, it's an, okay, like one student has it as a dance, or I was just gonna say like a sport, but it's an individual sport where you're in competition just with yourself. You're not physically competing with anybody, or even just like a score, like a judge. It's not even like
No.
bowling where like, oh, this guy got a
Right.
100 and I
Right.
got a.
No.
So you're doing it's you're getting the benefit of it. So there's no. I'd
And
like to find a downside to it, just so I could correct it. But
Nope.
it
Nope.
seems like there isn't.
And then the more you do it, you find that, oh, well, now how that flows into that and how good that feels. And then you have that, went, wow, that felt really good, and I did that. And I think that that's enough positive reinforcement that makes you want to do more and just keep going.
Or just, again, make it part of your life. Where, and I give the example where if I have to, climb up a ladder to, paint something, whatever, I'm not scared of heights or anything, but I want to be focused. I want to, be safe and all that. And I'll do a, kind of a quick little grounding, clearing, however.
Yep.
Don't get hung up on word definitions. But it's just a way to kind of center yourself and be aware of everything. And I feel more confident
Oh, yeah.
going up the ladder or,
Yep. I used to give talks to garden clubs. And, it's a lot of people, you look out there and you realize that they know as much or more than I
Right,
do, and it
yeah.
was very nerve-wracking. And I just would do this, and that, just, and I don't know whether it was just the motion or centering or whatever, but
Right.
really, it helps.
Yeah, one of my
Yes.
other teachers, he's down in Texas now, but he was telling the story where he had this important interview, and it was to really take his dojo, his class, to a next level. And so it was a really important interview. So before that, there was a little park in front of the office, and he was just in there, sort of, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Sentiment count. And the guy happened to be looking out the window, and he's like, oh, what was that guy doing? And it was him that he was interviewing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, and he really
Couldn't have done better than that.
couldn't have done better than that, right? It was just an icebreaker or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says the meeting went great, and they had some business partnership that came out of it and all that. So
Great.
it is. It's,
Yeah, I know. There's no downside.
No, and
No.
it helps you, I guess, with confidence. So there's when we talk about it, there's a physical body that we kind of agree on that, and then when we talk about the energetic body, and that's where the can of worms kind of opens up a little bit, where the energetic body, and we say the chi or the energy, you could substitute it for your blood. Your blood flows and brings energy and nourishment to
Yep.
all over the body.
Yep.
Chi, if maybe they can film it now, or I don't know how they can detect
Oh, it's amazing.
somehow.
Yeah.
But that runs through the body.
Yes.
So you have that energetic body. And you could, again, study it and go deeper and have a more belief with it, or just be that open-minded skeptic that, okay, there's something there. There's, like, you can't see the wind, but you see the trees blowing.
You can hear it.
You can hear it, yeah.
You
But
can feel it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's all kinds
Yeah.
of definitions, I guess.
Well, and I think, yeah, and then everybody has their own purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fellow classmate that has real balance issues, and so he kind of, stands where he can lean up against things, and
Yeah.
so for him, I think the balance and the memory are the things that he really wants out of the class, and everybody gets something, and that's what's wonderful about it. too.
Right.
And I'm very impressed with people who
Yeah.
can do yoga, but at 75,
No.
once I get down on the floor,
Yeah.
it's a work for me to get back up.
I was
and
that
then
in
have
the
to do it
30s.
back and forth like that. Oh dear.
Yeah.
No.
No, there's one thing. It's not really a cardio exercise.
No.
No. But you are, building up the lungs. You're getting more oxygen. So, again, there's the benefit. So maybe the downside is it isn't a cardio workout. But do your
It's
cardio
not,
before
no, it's
or
not
after.
really strength training either.
Yeah, well, again, you're using the mind, you're visualizing
Yeah.
that weight. And again, that visual, there's something to that.
Oh yeah, well, isometrics.
Yeah.
We would
Yes,
talk
that's the
about
word
that a
I always
lot.
forget.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came on tonight.
I'm glad I came on too.
Oh. But when we talk about the classes that we teach, it's really for everyone at every level.
Yes.
And even call it a pre-beginner level, just somebody that's curious. And sometimes you get, oh, my wife made me come, or whatever
We've had some couples.
yeah, we have couples, and then
Yeah.
one guy, oh yeah, my wife thought it'd be good for me. It's like she probably just wanted him out of the house.
She should have recommended golf.
Oh.
It takes about 5 hours to
Yeah.
do a round of golf.
Yeah.
That when I had the landscaping business, and I would go into an over 55 community that had a golf course, and I'd see guys out there practically in the rain, and I'd think, what?
Yeah.
She threw them out today.
But we like having new people come.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Because
Well, look how
it-
it was when you came as a new person. The knowledge that you brought.
not so much that is that I find that the people that have been there a while say that they like, and I do, going back to the basics and reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main reason, I just like the movement
Right.
and the focus and then I started dancing when I was in first grade, so that was, it's natural to me to just enjoy
Yeah.
moving. But I have gotten there's a lot of comments when people are new and they've gone to the people that have been there for a while and they say, oh, I'm so sorry that you had to, no,
Right.
no, we love this. We love this.
Yeah.
It's slow and we're studying and we're working on our own level
Right. See how it
of
goes
like the
back
opening
to you
move,
working on your
you're
own.
working on your own level of the opening move and
Right.
holding the ball and so you could be helping new person A, and person that's been there 3 years is working on their own because as we've said, you never hit perfection.
No.
It's just like
And
golfer
just-
never scores 18.
Yeah. Yeah. You just there's always that something you can improve on. So, all right. Well, we got time. Why don't we get up and we'll talk and
Oh, love it.
we'll walk and chew gum at the same time here.
We'll try.
Okay. So let's just kick those back a little bit. And let's see if we're centered in enough. All right.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's good. So we talk about the basics. We talk about the first thing is help with balance. Because
Yes.
a lot of people too, they come in and they're that fear of falling.
My
whether
balance
they
has
recognize-
improved, by the way.
It hasn't, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's
I used to have to
another
sit on the bed
benefit.
to put on my blue jeans, and
And
I
now
could
you
do
can-
it standing on the floor.
Well, look at that.
And that's how I measure it.
Okay, so what we do is we just gently just start to shift the weight. And we're not doing it as how many I can do in a minute. We're not trying to see how far I can go. I'm just trying to get that feeling of that sensation of the weight shift. And we use the expression 60-40, and you might hear 70-30, or the idea is heavy foot, light foot is another way of saying it. And this right here, this is what the masters, you'll see somebody that's a grandmaster, and this is what they're doing. They're grounding, they're centering, their mind, that connection. It's a really, you can go deep, deep, deep with this move. Again, we could do a whole show with, all right, get the breath, keep the back straight, relax the shoulders, relax, relax, relax. That's it. I'll get a shirt that says relax, relax, relax.
Really?
But this is the first building block. And then we build on this with that shifting that weight, and then we just turn the body. And it's not a big turn, but what happens is when we come back to center, and then we shift the weight and turn the body, notice we're turning with the torso and the shoulders and the arms, I say get a free ride.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's a nice way of kind of, again, that visualization. You don't want to be that robot person. And if they don't have a background, I guess, of, you can always tell someone that has like that yoga background and someone that has like a karate background, and Tai Chi sort of in the middle. It isn't that rough karate, and it isn't that full stretchy yoga. It's that nice little, again, there's that 60-40 principle. And the same thing, we could do a half-hour show with this one. Take the breath in.
Then we can incorporate the hands.
And breath out. And these are the foundations. And then every move is sort of a base of it. And this move is called wave hands like clouds. And we're not going to add the feet to this, but there is a sort of a walking component to this one. But the idea is that up and down, they shift the weight, turn the body, hand down, hand up. Hand down, hand up. And we're keeping the back straight. The knees are slightly bent. And the arm, you want to visualize that little bit of resistance, like you're pushing down, pulling up, pushing through. We call it jello. Like the jello's almost set up, and I'm trying to get out of that jello and push down and try to pull up.
And that's the isometrics.
Okay, there's that word that I can't say.
You can say plie.
Yeah, that's the other word I can't say. All right, good. All right, shake that out a little bit. The other one that we like to do as a basic is to hold the ball. We mentioned it earlier. So with that one, the visualization of a beach ball, good sized ball like this, and it's, for this purpose, it's sort of centered. And there's my 60-40 principle. I'm not locking the hand down. I'm not holding it up too high. I'm sort of protecting those internal organs, I guess. So think of it as sort of again, there's all kinds of analogies, but maybe like a bunch of gears all working at the same time, like a nice watch. So this hand's coming down as this bottom hand is coming up. Let the palms cross each other just like that. And then there's that 60-40 area. And here's the magic word. We say ka-ching. And then this hand drops as this hand's coming up. So we kind of want to round it off and be a little bit smoother with it. Down, and you can sort of sink down and come up. And switch. And then we could do that same idea. We could shift that weight, hand down, hand up. See, there's that wave hands like clouds. There's the other analogy I like is that like a puppeteer guy. So I'm standing above Lynn and I'm pulling the strings and dropping and pulling and turning the sticks and all that. So that's another analogy that you could use, and that's what's nice about new people. I think I borrowed that from a student. That's how they got it. There's so many of them. I should write them all down and run the credits. This is how I got this one. This is how I got this one.
I love it.
But that's the learning process where, watch a YouTube or a DVD or or take another class, and there might be just that small little thing you get out of that class, and the rest of it is just gone. You didn't understand it, whatever, but there's something that you can take out of it and incorporate for your own practice. Because that's the thing, you want to go home and practice it.
Yes.
Or, and again, you know, we say we do it like in a supermarket, you know. You don't
Yeah.
want to start doing this, but.
I try standing in the deli line.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
this.
you could practice your balance a little bit. Or, you know, this is not necessarily Tai Chi, but, you know, you don't want to make a spectacle out of yourself either, but.
Oh, I don't mind.
Yeah, right, there they are.
Because if somebody asks, then I'll tell them
Oh.
Tai Chi.
Yeah,
So after one of your first classes, and I learned the 3-part Qigong,
Yep.
and I stayed overnight at my girlfriend's house, and I made her do it.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, I've had people where I've been at cookouts or something like, let's do Tai Chi.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't, you know, I'm not going to do a full, but they like it, they see the show, and
Yeah.
and they want to do a couple of the moves.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's wrap up. We'll just do the 3 closings. like
Sure.
that. Okay, so it's just that idea of plugging into that earth energy, which is real. There's something there, and we're going to just bring it up. And then the palms face each other overhead. And just bring it down.
and that feels good.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it feels like, oh, like I just brushed my teeth. It feels so good. And then we bring it down. So you can think of it as just, okay, it's an exercise. Or you could use that energetic body and visualize the energy of the chi, of the blood, everything flowing, getting rid of all negative and bringing in the good. And then we do what's called the tiger returns to the mountain. Excellent. All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you,
Always,
Lynne.
always.
It's not, yeah,
Come
this is
back.
great. All right. Yeah, come back. 10 years she's been coming back. So, all right, great. We'll see you guys next time on Tai Chi for You.